Hello there and welcome back to another Thunders Productions video. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build Pearl Harbor Welcome Center. We are on episode 13, I believe it's 13. Anyways, the episode before that, we were doing the snack shop and the shitters. So we had that done. We did a quick walkthrough in the last episode, showed you everything that got finished there. And then we started on the two little war museums here in the back corner of the Welcome Center. One is called Road to War, and the other one is called Attack. So anyways, we started laying everything out just like we've done so far in all the other builds. They're all exactly the same for the most part, material-wise and all that good stuff. And I told you off camera I would finish it, and I did, and it looks amazing. If I do say so myself, it turned out really, really well. I'm going to kind of fly up and let you look at it first, and I'm sure there is a picture, like usual, down in the left-hand corner. And yeah, it's pretty damn good. Really, really happy with this. I was talking in the last episode about starting a build and being nervous about how it turns out each time, and I should have a little more confidence in myself by now, right, guys? Yeah, this looks absolutely amazing. I changed out the door. We had the glass in here, and it wasn't doing it for me. I wasn't feeling it. So I went with the trap doors. Same thing over in the beginning of the Welcome Center on the front walls, and the one wall I think of the bookstore maybe. There's these type of doors. They're like a big sliding type door. I went with that style just so it matches the rest of the build. Again, limitations in Minecraft, that's best I can do. But I think that looks all right. It's not bad. I can live with it. So anyways, the interiors. We did the interiors. Now, I did not do really, really heavily on the ceilings, but I tried to use my videos, my video that my dad and I filmed when we were down here at Pearl Harbor. So a lot of this stuff is very, very accurate where it's at, and some of it is very, very accurate on the signs. I tried to make sure that the signs that I did stop at, and I could read them, I made sure I put them on the displays in here the best that I could. And then, of course, your red markings and a lot of your blue markings. There's more information about each painting or mural or whatever inside the museum pieces. But anyways, a lot of it is black and white because it was from World War II, and there's a lot from the Road to War, which was pre-World War II. So a lot of the stuff in here, as you can see, expansion in Asia all the way up to 1914, and then there's one here from 1914 to 1929, and then up to the beginning of World War II. So a lot of them are black and white photographs. So you'll see a lot of blacks, a lot of grays, and a lot of whites throughout each one of these museums, representing different black and white photography, murals, paintings, and things like that. There was a big painting here of the North Pacific Ocean and some other things that were kind of mapped out. I tried to use some different designs for informational stands where you walk up and they've got just different things on there that tell you about what you're looking at in general. And then there's smaller things in the display cases with different reference points and different things to read about that. There's some uniforms, standing here like a guy with a uniform on. That's kind of what that represents. And then there's some little smaller pieces here that these represent. Again, can only do so much, but I think I did quite well. Display case back here. Again, if you watch the video of the Pearl Harbor Welcome Center, you'll see that everything matches up pretty well. There's a big wall back here that is supposed to represent a battleship wall, and that's where the windows are. And then there's some murals in front of that. There's two really big models right here. One of the Arizona and then one of the Akagi. Now, the one of the Arizona had a lot more information around it, so I made sure that I put a lot of that information on it. And of course, that's just the first, like the bold print, and then there's stuff underneath it. And then same thing here. The date was commissioned, or the month rather, crew length, speed, and then of course what it is. And there were some small little gray models here at the end of each of these display cases, one of the Akagi and one of the Arizona. Now this one here, there was a guy standing here, and I couldn't get a lot of information off the front, so I don't have it. I'll go back, I'll get some information off the Akagi, and I'll come back here and eventually put some more signs up, and just like I did with the Battleship Arizona, so I'm not being biased here toward one ship or the other. I just couldn't get the information. The battery on the camera was running very, very low, and I didn't think I was going to make it through these two museums, and I'm really glad I did, because I got a lot of information and a lot of really nice stuff to go back and watch later on, because there was a lot of people there, and I tried to film a lot of different things where I could stop and read it later, after I record it. There's a big map up here. What was Japanese expansion? There was a lot of lines and stuff on here of how they come across the different seas and over to the Hawaii and things like that. Obviously, I couldn't do any of that. There's some torpedo displays right here. And then this was talking about the air power versus the battleship. There's, like a dive bomber here in that painting. And then there was some more information about the torpedoes right there. So that's what that represents. And then, of course, there's a torpedo plane right here. This kind of represents the propeller and then all the smoke behind it after it destroyed, one of the ships that it had hit. So that's kind of what that represents. And then there was some more stuff over here. A lot of this was like the Empire and the Allegiance and stuff like that. A lot of cultural Japanese stuff right here. I didn't get into it really good, sorry. Just not into that. But there was a lot of older Empire stuff here, some old war type armor or whatever you want to call it. And then there was another couple of little paintings right here. And then these are supposed to represent like those little kiosks that you walk up to and you can kind of interact with them. And they've got a little screen on them, and they, each one, tells you about different things. Very, very informational little buildings here. You could just probably spend a whole day in these two buildings if you're like a really, really big World War II buff and you ever get out this way. You'll definitely want to spend a lot of time in these two buildings. I had a lot of fun putting them together. There was some mural type things out here. My dad was sitting in here. I'll probably have a picture down in the corner so that I could get this pretty accurate. And then the next one is the attack. Now this one the battery was running low, so I couldn't get a lot of the different signs, but I did get the layout. There was a picture here, Tora Tora Tora. There was a picture there. There was a display case here, and then a big mural here that had the battleships. And then a dive bomber here dropping a torpedo. And then there were some more paintings here. A little kiosk. And then there were some really big paintings that stood up here, and then a couple down that way. And then, of course, around the corner. In here was like a little theater. It was called Attack Experience. And you could come here and sit down. Of course, there's some old battleship explosion murals on the wall. And I didn't go in here. They were pretty packed. But and plus the battery was running low. But they have videos going on about the attack, so you could go in there and check that out. There was another really big. I think this might have been the Arizona getting struck here. I can't remember, but there was a big battleship and a lot of smoke coming off of it. So that's what that represents, and some little signs on it. I couldn't read them because I was moving a little bit too fast. Another big mural here. Some more around the back corner. Some little kiosks. This was another one of those type. Display cases that had like a uniform in it and some other pieces. There's a little maintenance building over here, a little kick out from the wall, like janitorial office probably, I don't know. A bunch of sandbags they were setting up along the outside of here, and it was talking about different sandbags and some other things, some more pictures. There was another U.S.S. Arizona piece here, and a piece of the battleship. That's what it was. That was in here. A big chunk of metal was in that display. And then, of course, this is how you exited out of the attack experience. You could come out here. You could go out the other way too, but, or if you came in this way, you go in that way. Around the corner, there was some more things here. A couple display cases, a couple more paintings. And this was fucking awesome here. This was like a huge damn model of the sunken Arizona. And it showed all the detail, and it showed the memorial sitting over it. And eventually, when I do build that part of it, I will use this part of my video to make that build. It was really, really awesome. I tried to get as much off of this that I could. That's why there's so many signs around it, because I stopped and I wanted to go back later and read each one So yeah, you can go back and watch the video and read all of these. I stopped and and got really good view of all that stuff. And then it came out here, and I stopped right about here is where the video ended. And I had to use that part of it because now we're going into the theater. We're working around. But anyways, the theater was right here. We came straight out at it. It's kind of weird. I don't have any really good pictures of everything up in here, so I've kind of pre-laid it out from using the video. Some of the pictures that I do have, and one of the really old, well, not really older. It's an older picture that I have that I've had for a while when I first started this build, before I went down there, and I will use that for a lot of the layout. We went, well, actually, we got the tickets. We come down here. And we waited in the queue line here to go inside. There's a 19 or 22-minute video inside of here, inside the theater, that you watched about the battle, or the morning of Pearl Harbor, and all that good stuff here. And then you exited out the right-hand side, went down this this little incline here, but it's just I can't incline it around the back, and then to the ships that took you out to the memorial. So I've got a lot of pictures when I got off of the ship from back here that I'll be using for the build. And then whatever I've got on the front to just kind of wing it. So anyways, don't have a lot of time left on this video. Like I said, I set it up for about 20 minutes. Just kind of want to give you an idea of where I was starting. And I'll, of course, put a lot of different pictures over the screen to kind of show you what I'm going to be doing. Again, it's the same layout that we've been doing. I'm just going to build the front of this building going that way. And then over top of this, there's another one of those type roofs right here. And then right here was the bell off the Arizona. So this will have another roof like this with these standards going up from each one of these. And then some seats in here. There's a big white type sign here. I'm not really sure what it is. It's, organic type build. I'm not really sure. It had some holes in it. Pretty cool looking. Somebody might know the significant meaning of that. I didn't. Again, I didn't get up to it. There was something over here. I probably should have got up and read that at some point. But we tried to see as much as we could while we was down here, and I did miss some things. And this was one of the things that I did miss. But other than that, that is all I'm going to cover in this video, guys. I like kind of building the style that I'm doing right now off the screen. Kind of get it started, let you know what's going on. Again, this is a very square looking building. It doesn't have a lot of the intricate cuts and stuff that the last couple buildings here have had with the upside down stairs and things like that. So this is going to be a very basic rectangular building. I think it'd be very boring to kind of go through that and show how that's done. So I'm just going to build it again off camera. And then in episode 14, this will all be done, and we'll just keep on moving around. I may even do some of this stuff down in here off camera and get it ready for episode 14 or whatever it was there. Get all that finished, because there's not a lot down through here. Just a little bit of landscaping to do, the remembered circle. And then I think the anchor is right there. There's a little piece right here that I can do. And try to have everything on the east side of this build completed. My landscaping and stuff in here and all that. I've got another little piece to put behind here. I want to try to have all that done off camera, so by episode 14 we're over here near the Missouri, and we can start doing the Bowfin area, the baggage claim, the research center, and then the Bowfin Museum and snack shop and all that. And then there's another big circle down here that's got a lot of stuff in that. And that's kind of where I'm going with this, trying to keep the episodes moving. I want to have this done within less than 20 episodes is kind of what I'm shooting for. So that's why we have quickened the pace, and I'm just trying to explain as much as I can about what I'm going to be doing, and then show you in detail when it's finished, just like we just did in this video and the past videos, so you can get a really good look at what I've done off camera. And I think this place is looking absolutely amazing, and I'm having a really good time doing this, and I'm glad everybody that is supporting and watching the series is enjoying it too. And if you have any questions for me, if I didn't get it from the last episode, because I kind of back-to-back recorded this one, I will try to answer them within the next couple episodes. So if you got any more questions you want me to talk about, I will definitely try to squeeze some in over the next few episodes, and then we can go ahead and finish up the Pearl Harbor Welcome Center and then figure out what we're going to do with all the ships and the island, if we're going to move everything over there and build Battleship Row, if we're going to do it from the morning of Pearl Harbor, or if we're going to do it modern version. Still haven't decided. I'm so up in the air right now. I want to do both, but I can't do both. So, anyways, like always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.